at this code for 10 seconds. It compiles. It looks defensive. There's even a comment. And in production, it will swallow every payment failure silently, including the ones your on-call needed to see at 2 a.m. This is a real pattern AI assistants produce constantly. It's number 4 on this list, and it's not even the expensive one. Here's the thing about AI-generated code. When it fails, it almost never fails loudly. No red squiggles, no build errors. It fails quietly. In conventions, in scope, in error handling, and you pay weeks later. So, 6 failure patterns, each one with the symptom on screen, why the AI does it, and a one-sentence rule that catches it, sorted by how much they cost you, cheapest first. Number 6 is the one that hurts. Stay to the end, and all 6 rules land on a single card you can screenshot and keep. Symptom. The code works, but it reads like a guest wrote it. Your services end in service, the AI's ends in manager. Your project maps by hand. The AI reaches for a mapping library. Nothing is broken, and 6 months from now, nobody can tell which parts follow which rules. Why it happens? The model writes the global average of all code it has seen, not your codebase's dialect, unless you hand it the dialect. The rule: keep a conventions file in the repo and open every session with it. 1 page. Naming, structure, the "we do it this way here" list. Cheap to write, and it turns the stranger into a local. You'll feel the payoff the first time a new teammate asks which pattern is the real one, and the answer is a file instead of an argument. Cost so far: confusion. It gets worse. Causes. Symptom. You asked for 1 change. The diff touches 9 files. The AI fixed your bug, and also renamed 2 methods, reformatted a file, and improved a working function you didn't mention. Why it happens? Assistants optimize for looking helpful. Unrequested improvements feel like value, until one of them breaks something that was fine, and you're bisecting a 9-file diff to find which improvement did it. The rule is a scope fence, 1 sentence in the prompt. Touch nothing unrelated to this task, and list every file you changed. If the list is longer than the task, roll back before you debate. And make the fence a habit, not a heroic act of memory. Put it in the reusable prompt every session starts from, so it's there on Friday at 5, when you'd never think to type it. And symptom. The code calls a method that doesn't exist, or imports a package that doesn't exist, with a plausible name, a plausible version, and total confidence. You find out at build time if you're lucky, and from a dependency alert if you're not. Fake package names are a real supply chain attack surface, because attackers register the names models tend to invent. Why it happens? The model completes patterns. If a convenient API should exist, it will happily write it into existence. The rule: anything that crosses a boundary, a package name, an external API, a framework method you don't recognize, gets verified before it gets trusted. 30 seconds in the official docs beats an afternoon in the build log. And don't let polish fool you. The hallucinated part is often the best formatted code in the diff, because inventing is easier than integrating. Remember the catch block from the open? That's next. Back to the 10-second snippet. The pattern: a try-catch that catches everything and does nothing. Sometimes with a reassuring comment. The version that ships is subtler. A catch that logs at debug level nobody reads, or returns a default value as if nothing happened. Your error rate looks great. Your data is quietly wrong. Why it happens? To a code generator, an unhandled exception looks like an unfinished job. Wrapping it makes the output look complete. The model is optimizing for looks done. You needed fails honestly. The rule: empty catch is a review blocker, full stop. Every catch either handles, logs at a level someone reads, or rethrows. If the I can't say which of the 3 it did none of them. One more tell worth knowing. A catch that returns a default, an empty list, a 0, a null, deserves the question. And what does the caller do with that? Half the time the answer is carries on as if nothing happened, and that's your bug. Symptom: 1 prompt, 800 changed lines. It probably even works, but nobody in your team, including you, actually read it, because nobody can read 800 lines with real attention. You didn't ship code. You shipped a liability with green tests. Why it happens? Because you asked for it. Big prompt in, big diff out. The model doesn't slice work into reviewable pieces unless you make it. The rule: cap the work, not the model. Ask for the smallest change that moves one step. Review it in minutes. Repeat. Slow looking, faster in practice. And it's the only version of AI coding where review stays real. A useful threshold. If reviewing the diff takes longer than writing the prompt did, the diff was too big. Split the next one. The expensive one. Symptom. The AI says done, and I've tested the logic. There is no test. There's a paragraph describing dawn for test. You accept it because it's articulate, ship it because it compiles, and discover the edge case in production. The one a 5-line failing test would have caught for free. Why it happens? Fluent prose and correct code come out of the same machine at the same confidence level. Confidence is not evidence on either side of the keyboard. The rule, and it's the whole list in one sentence: don't accept a claim, accept a proof. A failing test that turns green is proof. Everything else, including this video, is just someone talking. And of the 6, this habit is the cheapest to build. Write the failing test first, then make it pass, is one sentence in a prompt, and it quietly upgrades every claim that follows it into something you can watch turn green. Veamos. 6 patterns, cheapest to priciest. The style stranger, the while I was at it edit, the confident phantom, the silent swallow, the unreviewable diff, and the green light you never earned. Here they are on one card. The 6 rules. Screenshot it. Tape it next to your monitor. None of these mean AI coding doesn't work. They mean it fails politely. And polite failures need a suspicious reviewer. That's you. Tell me in the comments which one of the 6 has actually bitten you. I read every reply, and the most painful story picks a future video. Subscribe if you want the deeper dives. The workflow that prevents most of this list is already on the channel.